It says this hangout is on the air. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody, depending on what time zone you're in. And welcome to Lunch with Len. Uh, and hi, Chris. Gosh, it looks like most of the people don't care much about the Great Green Event review. So let me just jump right into the Great Green Event review. Laura's got to leave early today, and so I want to get through at least part of this while Laura's still here because I'd like to be sure that if she has any comments or not comments or anything to add, that she has a chance to do it. Uh, the Great Green Event opened with a Michael Jackson lookalike. We're not going to worry about Michael Jackson lookalikes. We're going to jump right into real material. So I do have a little PowerPoint presentation I'm going to pull up. I'm going to do screen share. Here we go. Um, Present to everyone and PowerPoint up. I didn't have time to make this PowerPoint pretty. It is what it is. And I'm going to start with the keynote speaker was Troy Dooley, and it was the 8 pillars of success. The 8 pillars of success. Pillar number one, clarity. People follow people who have a clear message. And that was of course the real key point of this. And he talked about the difference between legacy companies and iconic companies. Legacy companies come and go. They're flashes in the pan. They grow up overnight. They become big, and then they go away just as quickly. And legacy companies will frequently lead with the comp plan, whereas iconic companies change the world. They have a clear message, and they don't necessarily lead with the comp plan at all. They lead with the product. And as examples of iconic companies, he talked he talked about Shakely and Tupperware, and and of course Asante. The message is Asante wants to be an iconic company, and it is leading with the product and with the solution. And he challenged us as distributors to have a clear message when we talk to people. And one suggestion for a clear message of what we're about is I found a problem called soaking and I tell people about it. So when imagine somebody asking you what you do, and that's the answer you give them. I found a problem called soaking, and I tell people about it. Now, just imagine for a moment, what's the response to that going to be 99% of the time? Oh, what do you mean by soaking? Tell me about that. So that just opens the door. Laura, you have anything to add or say?
Yeah, I do. You take awesome notes. That's all I have to add.
Okay. Pillar, thank you. Pillar number two, compassion. Companies that have compassion exceed beyond all other companies. We need to care about the people. It's not about the money, it's about the people. First off, be a product of the product, obviously. If you're not a product of the product, and we all know this in any business we're in, if we're not a product of the product, then what are we doing there? If you can't stand behind your product, and this is one of the complaints that I have about lotions, potions, and some of the other things. I've been in two or three companies. I've been in one company where, supposed to be the best product on the planet was made from the acai berry that comes from the rainforest of somebody. I couldn't stand the stuff. I didn't like it. Uh, so be a product of the product. If you don't like the product, you've got no business being there. And there may be some product in the line that you don't like. Well, that's okay. Put that one aside. There's over 100 products in the line and more coming, so it's all right. Serve. Don't sell. We're not about selling. We're about serving. We're about helping people. Don't look at cash. Look at the results. The results are how many people have you helped? Have you helped people get healthy? Have you helped them change their lifestyle? Are you helping them detoxify their income, detoxify their homes? What are you helping them to do? And finally, knock out the T. Uh, I actually forget exactly what this was about, but it was a motto: knock out the T, and it was a reference to taking the T out of the can. Knock out the T.
I remember what that was about.
Do you go ahead?
Well, it's funny because I talked to Doug like a week prior to this, and he used the example of my daughter telling her, she kept telling me, Mom, it's so hard. I can't do that. And he told me to take a piece of paper and ask her, write down the word can't, and ask her what the difference is between CAN and CANT. And he told me to tell her to cross off the T and take the T out of can't. And what do you get? And her face was like, oh, wow, I get it, Mom. That means that take the T out of can't. That means I can do it. And so I think that's exactly what he's trying to say is when you have compassion, you just want to make sure that you're leading with, take that T out and just make sure that you can, not can't.
Absolutely, yes. By the way, has Larry showed up?
No.
Wonder where he is. All right, here we go. Character. Character is what you have that others don't see. Character is what you do when other people aren't looking. Character is what's underneath, and it's what really matters. What most people see is they see the tip of the iceberg. They don't see the whole you. They don't see the real you. They just see the tip of you that shows above the surface of the water, but it's what's below that counts. What is your character? What do you really care about? What's really important to you? And once again, it falls into the same theme of having compassion with people, caring about people, putting I worked for a manager for many years who admonished us to keep the service sign ahead of the dollar sign. His statement always was, if you keep the service sign ahead of the dollar sign, the dollars will follow. Laura?
That's what he was saying is when you think about character, it's what you do when people don't see you. That's really what you are.
Right.
Yep.
And part of the message there too is that people see through what you are. So, if you can try to put on a persona that isn't what you really are, but that only lasts for so long, and people can smell
it. Yep.
Okay.
They know. When you think about other people, when you think of them, like some people are kind to you and they're nice, and you wonder, is that just something you're seeing like right at this moment? And you tend to want to wait a little while to see if it's something that they're going to keep doing.
Right. Right.
Okay,
so the next pillar is competency. And his message here was, to me, a little confusing. But competency will overcome your weakness and build trust. And what he meant by that is that he talked about trust being the foundation that all other pillars are built on. And let me go on and then come back to that first statement. Trust is the foundation. And he talked about the need to major and minor details. Many people skip the details. And he used it as an example, the Tylenol, quote, murders in 1982, the Tylenol scare. And, Tylenol could have had, for that, I'm sure. Tylenol could have had a number of responses, one of which could have been, well, that's not our fault somebody tampered with our product, but they didn't. They pulled Tylenol from every shelf, every store, every bit of product in the entire country, and 2 months later, they reintroduced with the first tamper-proof caps on. So they took total and complete responsibility for what happened to them. And so the idea is that you can make a mistake. Competency will overcome your weakness. And the idea that I got out of that is that you can make a mistake. And if you're built on trust, you can overcome it. You won't scare people away if you build on trust, even if you make a major mistake or a major blunder. So, and being a leader means not necessarily just leading, but it means creating other leaders. Anything to add?
No, I really liked it when, you know, like you said, the Tylenol company, they could have went and they blamed somebody. And are they still strong today? Well, sure they are, because they just owned up to it and they didn't, they didn't pass the blame, and they just said, "Yep, this is what we did. What are we going to do about it?" And I think that when you're leading, that's what you want to exhume, and you want to make sure that people know that's what you're about. And when you're creating leaders, you want them to do the same thing. So it's really okay to say, you know what, I made a mistake. I mean, you've done it before. Whoops, sorry. I just need to make sure I made this mistake, and this is what I'm going to do about it. So
Yep.
I love that. That's what I'm about.
Okay, moving on. Commitment. Be all in. Very simple. Be all in. If you're thinking about doing it, talking about doing it, looking at doing it, evaluating whether you should do it, uh, checking the products out, you're not all in. You got to be all in. And if you're all in, you're going to work through anything. You got to realize that this really is, for all intents and purposes, a startup company. Yes, it's 7 years old. Yes, it's been around, but it's been around in a different form. It's been around doing media marketing. Now it's changing the channel. It's turning on the network marketing side of the house, and it's putting up a new website, and it's putting out new products. What in the hell is that?
Sorry about that.
Yes.
Okay. That was me. I'm switching.
Ah, is it already a quarter to?
Yep. Larry said he's coming. He's just late.
Yeah, well, tell him there's a beer here. He'll hurry up. All right. So the message is to be committed, to be all in, to work through anything, and to remember that money is not the issue. Uh, the company's going to have problems. It's going to make mistakes. There's going to be times when we're going to have to solve problems. And who all's in? Can you see the chat? Who all's on right now?
Chris, you and I.
Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, I mean, we have people already that are waiting to see what happens next, or that are critical of the company because it doesn't have this or it doesn't have that. And this is a startup, and it's in pre-momentum, and you want to be part of the ride. Well, there's going to be some bumps in the road. If you don't want any bumps in the road, well, wait till it's in stabilization. Of course, all the money's going to be made in pre-momentum. The money's going to be made by the people that ride through the road and experience the bumps. Are you all in? Are you willing to work through anything that happens, no matter what it is? Next, connections. Know why you are selling the product. And once again, the emphasis is not on money. If the emphasis is on money, you probably won't go very far. People will smell that. But if the emphasis is on helping people to live healthier, to improve their life, empathize with the people, talk to them about what their issues are, and work with them. And if you do that, you will have less zeros in your tree. Because if you connect the people, work with them, empathize with them, and help them solve their problem, once they're on the product that solves their problem, they're going to stay on the product. The retention rate of this company is enormous. And the reason it's enormous, 86%, is because the products solve problems for people. Pure and simple. Can you still talk, Laura, or are you...
Oh, Larry's here. You can bring him over. Let's see.
Well, no. I have to go over screen share. Okay, well, let me bring Larry over. I'll come off screen share for a minute.
Actually, I think I brought him over. You're good.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, you're still here? Are you on your portable or on your mobile rather?
Yeah, I'm switching. So I'm connected both right now. But I'm going to log off to my computer.
What did Chris say ouch to?
When you were talking, like 2 screens back.
Oh, you have 2 screens up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. Now you have no screens up. All right. Well, Larry, let's see. Let's see what happens. See if I can bring Larry over.
Yeah, I think he's already over.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Oh, when you screeched. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. That's what that was about. Waiting to see if Larry shows up. No, he's not. He's not showing up.
Oh,
Okay.
he's over in the chat.
Yeah, I'll try one more time.
Okay.
And I could also put the link. Nope, it's not. Guess it's not working, huh, Larry? There's a direct link. Larry Ryan joined the call. There he is. So
hey, listen, guys. Every time you go to send me over, it would just kick me out.
yeah, I don't know why that happens sometimes. You know, it's a crazy platform. Okay, let's go right back into the last couple of slides here. If you have any comments on any of the slides I'm putting up, Larry, that's why you're over here. You were there. Maybe you took some notes. I don't know if you took notes or not. Remember, this is oops, sorry, wrong thing. Go away. Okay, so I'm still screen sharing. So connections. I think we pretty much covered connections. Knowing why you're selling a product, empathizing with your customers, asking them what is their issue, working with them to be sure that you're solving a problem. And if you do that, you will have less zeros in your tree. Our retention rate is very high. So, I mean, if somebody doesn't need to lose weight, don't shove weight loss at them. You know, it's that simple. I'll work with them on what it is they do need. They just need to detox their house a little bit, some toothpaste and shampoo to get started. But work with the customers. Larry, do you have any comments?
No, I agree with all this stuff. You know, it was just every time you tried to bring me over with the other way, it would kick me off. That I would just go to a blank screen. So,
Yep.
I'm just getting here, but I agree with it.
Oh,
you have to be product driven. It's I can't. Anything I do is not sales driven.
Right. Okay. Pillar number 7, contribution. And it's not a competition. So remember, if you want to be the number 1 earner in the company, maybe you're not supposed to be. It's not a competition. Maybe someone else is supposed to be the number 1 earner in the company. So what? Connect with people, ask questions, and be sure that you're making a contribution to the people to help them. And he also talked a little bit about angry people. Remember, when people react in an angry way, why are you bothering me, or that sort of thing, it's because they hurt. They're the ones that have the problem. There's something wrong with them. You just gotta love them and leave them. Let them stew in their anger if there's a problem you can't solve. Um, it also reflects. I'm going to make the comment too, and I know I don't have to make it in this group, but since this is recorded, and who knows who watches the replay, I want to make it, and that is that the people in customer service are awesome. If something goes wrong with your commission check, with your shipping, etc., calling customer service and being irate, angry, and upset serves no useful purpose at all. It just serves no useful purpose. It's like yelling at the gate agent when you get to the airport because the flight's overbooked. She didn't do it. She's doing her best. So treat them with a lot of empathy and respect. Anything to add, Larry?
No, I'm good.
Anybody? All right. All right. And finally, consistency. Be consistent with your message. If you're consistent with your message, you will not make enemies. And what Doug meant, and what Troy meant by that, and Doug talked about it later on too, a similar thing. It was either Doug or Troy, and I got to tell you, I don't remember which one, but they're both very religious, and I don't know that Troy's a minister, but Doug is. But they had a connection on the internet who was very unreligious, and they never got angry. They exchanged it. The point is, they talked to the guy. They never got angry. There was no angry exchange of words or anything. And no, you're wrong, I'm right, or anything. It was just consistent communication, consistency in their message, and they made a friend. People may disagree with you. So what? If people tell you the sky is pink, so what? You know what? One of the things that I found with customers is whatever they say, just agree with them. Yeah, so what? Network marketing's a scam. Yeah, okay, so what? Don't argue with them. Don't argue with customers. Know what you stand for and be consistent with your message. And one of the messages that we need to be consistent with is, are we a living green company or are we a network marketing company? And Troy made the point, of course, that we are a living green company. Or use your own words, whatever you want to use in your messaging. But network marketing is a marketing strategy. It's like running ads on television. It's a marketing strategy. We're not a network marketing company. It's a strategy that we use for product awareness and distribution. We are a living green company. Yes.
Didn't he say he would prefer people to say that we're a direct selling company? I wrote that down, and it was like, not network marketing company, but we can say we're a direct selling company.
Boy, I don't remember that.
You do or do not, Larry?
I do not.
Yeah, actually, I do remember him saying that. You're right. The direct selling was a softer term. It's an easier term for people to accept and understand.
Okay.
So yeah.
But what you said living green company. I think I like that better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's the company's motto. The company's motto is to leave a green footprint. And one of the things that we learned is, for example, even the bubbles and the packing are green, they're biodegradable. If you go run water over them, they disappear. And you and I both tested that. I'm going to come off the screen share. You have anything else to add to that, Larry?
I'm sorry, it's very noisy here. No, I'm good. I like that. I do like the living green company. I haven't tested it yet. I actually, you know what? I dispose of all my packing bubbles things. But I've never tried to run them underwater. But I got stuff coming this week, so I won't do that.
Just go take them and put them in the kitchen sink and turn the water on and watch. It's magic. They just literally disappear down the drain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a fun video. I just did a fun video the other day on that. Had a couple of comments on it.
So, I mean, and that was used as a message to point out the commitment of the company overall, that everything the company does is intended to leave a green footprint. It's 2 minutes to the top of the hour, and I'm going to just, rather than go into another topic, I'm going to stop here. I wanted to do Troy, and I didn't expect it to take quite this much time, but we messed around. I'm going to pick it up on Thursday. On Thursday, we'll discuss several of the new products. I'll discuss this and that, and 2 or 3 new essential oils introduced. I will talk about Doug Farbaugh's presentation, and also there was a panel with Angel Belichowski and it was Jane Orlov and Mary Ellen Duchesne, and tips from platinum earners, tips from the top earners, questions, a little panel discussion. So I have some notes on that. I'll do all that on Thursday. Then my plan is next Tuesday to have Daniel Weninger here. And this will be a get to know Daniel session. So Daniel has offered to be available on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're going to take him up on it. So next Tuesday, I'm planning to have Daniel Weninger. Now, for those of you who didn't see it, I was asked today, and I'm really excited, I was asked today to do the corporate webinar tonight. At 6 o'clock, I'm doing the corporate webinar. Not the shift up webinar, the corporate webinar. So, believe me, we'll be splattering links all over Facebook. But that's, what's the link for that? It's living life, no. Okay. Come on, Len.
Oh. Was that to me?
Huh?
Was that to me?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's that's gogreengetpaid.com live. So gogreengetpaid.com/live. 6 o'clock tonight, www. If I've spelled that correctly. Oops, I didn't. Let's try www.gogreengetpaid.com/live. So, for those of you who need the link for tonight, don't know what it is, go greengetpaid.com live, 6 o'clock, the corporate webinar. This will be my
9
first.
o'clock Eastern.
Yes, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Western, and who knows what time in Chicago.
Hey, now that's
8
8 o'clock Chicago. Come on.
8 o'clock
Come
Chicago.
on. The cool
So-
time zone.
Huh?
The cool time zone.
Okay. So anyhow, anyone, star PM PST, 8 p.m. CST. Okay, cool. So I hope you all show up just for giggles and grins. If you haven't seen a corporate webinar, you ought to be familiar with what goes on anyhow, because you're going to be wanting to send customers to it, maybe occasionally. So it's a pretty good webinar, and it'll be really awesome tonight, I promise. So that's all I have for you today. We are doing Digging for Gold at 5 o'clock, but I will have to cut it short in order to make room for the corporate webinar at 6. So it'll be a short Digging for Gold session today, but we'll go ahead and do it, about a half hour, 40 minutes of it. And that's it for today. Thank you all for showing up. Bye for
Thank
now.
you, Len. Bye. Bye, Larry. Bye,
now.
Curtis.
Bye, guys.
Bye.